at 3 p.m. Nana Fosuji Abo Park, Swedro Blacks, any Vision FC Bo, Ewo Swedro Stadium 3 p.m. Baseke Only Stars, Ebo FC Summertex, Ewo AAK the second sports arena at 3 p.m. Bokum Chelsea, Ebo Hoho United, Golden City Park 3 p.m. Gold Stars, Ebo Midiema, and about Chosa game near 2 Ete Asheda Ninyani said Midiema players, Enum and Aram and so Ewo Eye Black Galaxies, Young Apostles, Ebo Karela United and so a Joda. Me wacho sa game this year kwesiada and eba so Young Apostles Karela United a Sunday 3 p.m. and a game no etoja unim say games no eba so say coaches players any official sekasa games no eho na ene game eba so no Bashir Hayford head coach Edman Pando Heart of Lions and what is a Diana Stars coach Choba Aristi Kakasa Edim Alpha game no Bashir Hayford as Nanu Nation says loss no affected team no but why do baby Asake boys and say also mo 44 and not defeat no one editor machi.
That loss affected the team a little. The moral, the everything, so I had to talk to them, and now I think everything is over. I've told them to put it behind them so that we'll forge ahead because we have more matches than those that we have seen. So we are preparing for the next match, which is Doma, Diana. They are also ahead of us on the league log, and the other time we couldn't pick all the maximum points at home, and so this is another home match. So we are making effort that we'll double up our training so that we'll be able to get the maximum 3 points. So the preparation is okay. At the moment, I think we have 3 players who have been called for the national summit. We are hoping whether they will join us or as of now, I can't tell whether they will join us or they will not join us. Even my training, you can see that I exempted them. I make sure I put some people there to replace them. So that is the only thing. It's not that injury worries. It is just that 3 goalkeeper, central defense.
Eno Bashir Hayford Ninsamwa Wode Etuja Ewo sa game no eho Nyame admo chena hato folk ene Nations FC ena Ebo Masoud Didi Dramani head coach Edema Craft of folk Bobo Kono on the back of 2 consecutive losses in the FA Cup and in the league, and some say ena Masoud Didi Dramani ahead of Nations FC encounter.
First of all, is to see the cycling of the team, to see to it that we are refocusing and we are resetting our mentality in terms of what is ahead of us. We are in a marathon competition, which means that every week is a new event, and so it is just to reset our mentality in terms of what is just in front of us. Areas where we thought that is very decisive moments where we need to make the right decisions in terms of a quality move, a quality pass, and then a better execution. And so these areas are areas that we keep emphasizing on, that we need to be very, very consistent in terms of how we need to do things and be more sustainable. And I believe that once we are able to keep those areas to grow into our game, I'm very positive that we should be able to turn our opportunities into chances and then chances into better outcomes.
I was say opportunities here turning into chances. And we are Masoud Didi Dramani Nensamwa or the Tuja na ni player Kelvin Osesibe, and so as supporters Nisa from day one Matao Machisa Mamu Lusu Hope Nyame Admo Chamumra no Matao Machi.
They have been with us since day one, and what I will plead them is to keep supporting us and also remember us in prayers. Because we know without the supporters, the team has to folk, the players cannot do anything. So they are part of the team, and always when you see them, it cheers us up and to do our maximum best. So I will plead them to come in numbers to support us on Saturday, because Saturday we are going to do our maximum best to turn things around and also to make them happy. So I will expect them to come in numbers and support us.
Kelvin Osei SCB Nenkomo ahead of Nations. Game no enono Asante Kotoko Elbow Dreams FC Kwasiada. Game near live on TV 4 p.m. Na Wilfred Dormont, head coach for Dreams FC. Osi game no a tall order. Name will be very exciting against Kotoko.
We have Kumasi Asante Kotoko, a very tall order. Last season we won the and they really developed us. This time I want to make sure we go there and return with a decent result. Yes, it's not going to be easy. We know Kotoko. For the last 4 games, they are here to pick a win. So yes, they will also respond very strongly at the Kumasi Sports Stadium. But I can promise that the game is going to be very exciting to watch. We need to improve in all segment of the game. In possession, we need to be able to move the ball very well. Out of possession, we need to keep compact balance in our shape and make sure that we keep them up. So yes, it's going to be purely tactical game, but let's wait and see on Sunday. We've got some few videos of Kotoko, and I'm sure they have also done the same thing. But at the end of the day, it depends on the team that will be able to apply the right strategy and then the right approach.
Winfred Dorman, Oye no say ni team no some person mo win here. And also we are very disciplined, no we are very compact.
We have to be very disciplined, we have to be very compact, but we must also be able to play with the ball. We are looking at the situation when we win the ball, we need to stretch them and open them up quickly, and find the penetration. We are also looking at the situation when we don't have the ball. We need to be very compact, like I said. We need to be able to play in possession and out of possession.
Winfred Dorman, head coach for Dreams FC. Na Asante Kotoko no Chairman Solomon Otuo-Acheampong. One supporters no din komo sinyame ya adumu akwesiada. We ya Kotoko chitania. Emwaba mu bra. Na de mo wa ya Asante Kotoko niema nkoye de na mo ogidie ese kwesiada de niema be piki e de amakotoko.
Me more than you because the performance in here, but young say the supporters. They say the supporting team be panel the ball. Time and you make you know near to hallelujah. It's more idea. Young town what you said yet. You only be try am players and something. To be second of supporters be G2. Sana say performance in here. G2. You second of supporter be a sound on to him. By any only be try am na yi. Nyango poya do my tight match. Yeah, one no. You say first round here, such a carrier until 7 banner, then tight image, may I support you. Now, you a year before first round, Sabia will be a little bit, and say 1 or 2 players you have come. Team society. I bet I'm more quiet. A dear.
Chairman Solomon Otuo-Acheampong no sun come out dey ba na no pay ewo eye dwumadie ne so eno no na Bechem United any 11 wonders ebebo Nana Fosu Jiabo Park Malam Yaya ena ono so e friend chita for ne say Bechem so mo pese ne makoye dia 12 man no e wo say omo hye agoprama ne so ma.
The most important thing the supporters, baby American, the supporters in the team union. Yes, the power match of one power. On the time, you almost support you. Almost support me a very important mind. Without your money in team, so the last year, you someone tells you, no support you. The slow, on power, on support you. Yes, slow water, supporters, on support you. So we are on motivate you. I want to know you that too much. Yes, slow, pass it. I will put you beyond to a tree. No more support here. And you are motivation and what team. You make catch on say, I'm going to team media. Inshallah, we are in the relegation. I'm in the UFP. That's where more but almost the counter very strong. When they are in fighting together.
Malam Yaya Enso Ensemode to Bechem United. Ejita for Nanim Enono Wilson Asari, assistant coach at my Vision FC. Or say Omu Gamer, Nyamiya Dumwa, Omuni Swedro Black Sebono, a very dicey game, but feeling our camp positive in Tia Hydra Momokra.
It's going to be a very dicey one for us, but the feeling in camp is very positive because we have done our best to mentally get them ready and also physically get the pieces together and then make sure.
Kasa Govum. Kasa Tinting. No, no, Makasa, no, Muse, who defended Musala, then. Things are ordinary number to Papa. So, okay, so, was in your Musalaka, Liverpool to win the Premier League. Manchester United's net debt surpasses 1 billion for the first time after a busy summer transfer window. $1 billion. Yes. Okay. Now say no na odi in buy your friend is saying
match day revenue in a match.
And not in one power so can no more to us one.
Oh, this
say one say, oh yes, Anna, fine.
This is
you have to be fair.
Really official for Manchester United.
But we have it to at me palm house here, team be a car on the near who be out there. So, me very hands on my country there,
buying of players. Tina, said my clip name penny for no more cut cost.
Okay, so William Gallas, to be honest, Chelsea at the moment. They are missing one experienced player and a player who can put Chelsea really on top. For me, is Victor Osimhen. Okay, you see, Omino Osimhen. Arteta will be hoping for multiple injury returns as the squad prepares to face Wolves on Saturday.
William Saliba will be
on my way, I'm share three war. Club Brugge now. Say Club Brugge only moves here. Anna
Premier League has
no, but would you say Club Brugge better than
we've been a Morim Kansimbi. Or see who's any say they will get a match to over 10 things and wouldn't name so much.
I almost
oh so one
don't mess up with you. And you do one on over 10 and then over 10 in maybe next week. Okay, so the US will not grant visas to Iranian fans who want to go to the World Cup, and some players could also be denied.
Yes.
Julian Alvarez, my dream is to win the World Cup again and win the Champions League with Atletico Madrid. Italian football is different from Spanish football from abroad. Maybe people don't realize how difficult Syria is, but I assure you it's very tough and competitive. When I can say Luka Modric, no. Okay, so honorable, the Minister for Recreation, Sports and Recreation.
Yes.
Kofi Idi Adams has officially laid before Parliament the long-awaited sports fund bill.
Yes.
A movie believes will transform the funding landscape for all sporting disciplines in Ghana. Ghanaian supporters planning to cheer the Black Stars at the World Cup will need at least $140 for a match ticket, according to prices released by World Football Governing Body FIFA on Thursday. No, Europe for no.
Yes,
on my issue statement. Okay, so FIFA's food pricing for Ghana versus Panama shows that category 3 is 140, 2 is 380, and category 1 is $450. So Kevin says he has appealed to the club supporters to stay behind the team despite their recent setbacks. Okay, so Dreams head coach Wilfred Dormon. Baba was a Dormon, Bobo. No. Very good player of his time. Very good. Very good. Okay. Category very low. Between A and B.
A. Between
A and B. Oh, Domo was a good player. Onye A no onye B. B or no better.
Between B and C.
No B or better. Domo was a good player. What's only 2? Yeah, well, with Fred Dormon and he did Dormon. Dormon was a young man, but he was doing well. When Fred Dormon, yeah. So, I got only dreams, never.
I got only dreams.
I was him,
Babayara.
Dabe.
Sunday, 4 p.m.
Na Sunday, you know,
say Heroes Park, no, yeah.
But Saturday, the be a VIP at you, and I was talking to Sports Authority for no.
Yeah,
on the VIP at you, no. You register car park now.
Yeah. So me park castle.
There be no parking keke. Stand so yeah.
Okay.
He's
a big person.
It's a VIP for never but
Sunday there that place.
So usually no. So omo Sunday ya. Omo be on a you know I can call Heroes Park.
Yes.
The can call Heroes Park. But Saturday there or magic any hanging account from my checks. Okay, so third place out of Lions will pursue a crucial victory against the Aduana FC on Friday afternoon. And also 9:50 minya daji never nya daji pa na bibia akoso so ati ase
so bibia baso
but o say
o checks ni say bibia
omo ya onu after me busa me ko stadium busa
say abusian bia
omo for now there that is what is happening
abusian peni ku
950 kanji na naje drinking water
yes
yegu so e kaka manfo se enum nso bi akeke ya no nso ya
no pema bobi na
mabbe bon humba ya alkaline water nso ya so ati ase cancer so and cancer so when you ma baby Jamila kanje na naje ntuna from baba graph and picture bra na manfo se na from tokum kama ska ufi ne baba isa ya kwa na
eti anopay Yamo special good morning BM na yamu akwaba Oyerepa 100.7 FM live on Oyerepa TV Marasanso ye kunko funkro so nsemwa edi adencheche na ebu pa onko funkro so yere ho nsem asomo na edoso de dise fata sauti na ohwe na yede emma wo kitikiti mampole bi na akansio yano makambu no pa eti me confirm nunu nyina ama anopay na ya cheche nsem no mu na what ase sede se ene sede fata anopay e wo socials no so Oyerepa Radio Oyerepa TV Ghana Oyerepa Radio Oyerepa TV Ghana show down o den se obehye na wa comment me ba na the boss player to no boase akinkan nyina ama sede sem ene sede efata yebahye asem efe England promise se our football bi ema Mikel Arteta na football nyina ene se Mikel Arteta epese ojem English Premier League na ontimi toaso Mikel Morino as number 9 na onfanje the English Premier League ensida Yusebia osesane mem na obo obi as a typical center for the Victor Jokeres bi na ojani mom na ototontram osi ampo gamer omo ene Unai Emery's Aston Villa eboy no mistake here na manager Mikel Arteta eyeye nyankopon bo memenda anumre Arsenal and Overhampton Wanderers abebom na good news for Arsenal and it's William Saliba according to reporter yensa eka se obenyam a return to the Arsenal starting lineup and other multiple injury returns Omeya Juma ama Arsenal bobo korum and what promising on Mohamed Salah Gali and on Mohamed Salah or a player nsem na okoko kan no e chese opese obo football set na no samano ye hu players na omuchem se omunsia kan en former team bia omunya akwanyam move to different team we die wan kasa o na mama o che bench na ote no na onya happy chese opese obobo ema Liverpool onim de ntia amanfom super Mohamed Salah Gali am on Mohamed side and no I promising
Salah side. I think he's got a lot too much stick. First people will go, oh, should he have done what he done? Maybe he shouldn't have done what he done, but he's a human being to start with. He's a winner. You know, this man's a top player. I think legends used very loosely in football. I really do. I think people go, he's a legend. He's a legend. You know, the figures he's put up on the wing as scoring goals and assists is off the charts. We'll never see that again, in my opinion. All he's come out and said, he wants to play football. He's got the ump because he's not playing. How could you be slaughtered for that? I mean, I see people, I sat on here at the start of the season, at a deadline day, there was players who were refusing to play for their club, and this lad is getting absolutely slaughtered. There's other players in the team that could have got dropped, and he's probably sitting there thinking, wait a minute, we're not very good and I'm not playing. Why is he playing and him playing and he's playing? And I just think it's wrong. And Liverpool wouldn't have won anything if it wasn't for Mo Salah, in my opinion. You take away Mo Salah's goals and his assists, I don't think there's any trophies in that cabinet for a while.
And no, I promise, sir, we Mo Salah goals and an assist firma onjindi, sir, oko Liverpool trophy cabinet wa, sir Premier League race, you know, Ambenya. And then some Uranum at the Atuga, not Gary Lilinka, and I compare Moises Casido de Budoza, and I pay in Golo Conti, not need some Yanasa, Moises Casido, no, and Kakanka Cram, a fan woba, or training say obe improve obe do number on any day obe farm in Golo Conte or your super midfielder or winning a lot of trophies for the team. Now getting ready to face Bournemouth training. Now it's Manchester United as here and Miko and Ano play training Ruben Amorim and the man ahead of Bournemouth again and yet active screens so and Ano play na meeting come on Manchester United sika semu say Manchester United car or Dianum atra $1 billion way for the first time after a busy summer transfer window. Obekaya summer 2025 for 7 and Mike players outdoor Abusam Womototoye ama eka mini club na Manchester United first quarter account just a club net debt na eka amudie akoso around 749 million na after some omukokoje bosiam in the summer for transfers making the first club amateur sa ekanoze ope club odika pa Manchester United and on team and minority owner Ineos and officer Jim Radcliffe woman cost cutting measures including staff reductions and afi omotete akatuaso ninginam as a club sikasem ebesan akoyebiem and your reporter mensa and pay don't have a lot of money to spend. Manchester United sikasem yenya expert correspondent emanichum eche.
Well, whenever Manchester United release their figures, and they do that 4 times a year, their financial results, it's always newsworthy. But I think the truth is there's not an awful lot of headlines in their latest set of accounts. Well, let me tell you the headlines as I see them. Total revenues for the last 3 months, that's when we're talking about, from September to the middle of December. Total revenues down slightly from £143.1 million to 140.3. But despite that, this time last year, the club had made an operating loss of £7 million for the quarter. Well, they've turned that into a £13 million profit. That's a big swing. That's £20 million difference. That's a 13.5% increase in those profits. And so that's significant. Despite them not having so much revenue, they're making more money, and I'll get onto that in just a moment. If you look at the stats, commercial revenue is down, broadcasting revenue is down, matchday revenue is down because they haven't been playing European football this season. Total revenue down, as we say, from 140.3 from 143.1. But these are really very small reductions in the case of a club and a business the size of Manchester United. There's another complicated financial measure that it tells you the best way of assessing how the health of the business is, and it's called the adjusted EBITDA, which is the profit the club has made once you've taken out tax and depreciation and interest, etc. And that is £26.9 million for the quarter compared to 23.7. So that's a significant change for Manchester United. And I think what this shows is that Sir Jim Radcliffe and Ineos's plan to reduce the cost base at Manchester United, remember they've said repeatedly, they can't afford to keep spending and wasting money.
And the financial experts be our Manchester promo and any team come out on my the expert any of the or explain details in MIA na and Manchester United wa and pay make sure say your place be I'm about Manchester United no niama mfasa na I'm moving to different club no niama efa na question no pay me busa say problem no any day Anthony oba Manchester United amfa or call La Liga no or say Marcus Rashford Manchester United fanne tra na dum ene bansa amum fani ni agro Rasmus Højlund of Napoli now nime koye emana and Scott McTominay nime koye ede emanu. So why do players show bad level at Manchester United and then a decent at other clubs inti oko socials on Oyerepa TV and I play Oyerepa Radio on Facebook. Now other one seven etimi atuho Major League Soccer MLS Commissioner Don Garber and also obviously Sir na Premier League and MP Mohamed Salah ono de onya Mo Salah ope ebeboam ama anyama koyie ede ama club no Muhammad Salah say yankam obiante diamemate and say only intentions bia say with their sitting in anom January transfer window obefim Liverpool pobokonum na oko USA yamfan to gram ama confirm say Iran 4 pa de Iran fans say womu emmamo visa emmamo makromo afei dia te kracha say plus ni wonu ma womu fi Irana nyadia say ambe grant amo visas ama amaruam United States of America krom home football fans group abusuam dia te etem say amake kambi at the FIFA form World Cup ticket price, you know. I'ma say a betrayal of supporters. Now, fun organization which say Football Supporters Europe, FSE, a blasted FIFA, say ticket prices for 2026 FIFA World Cup from Massa, a cost road to group stage prices ranging from $180 to $700. Finance fana from roughly $4,885 to $8,680. Sika ready as sonodo and then someone football fans at the FIFA name William Gallas at the Atuja said no crane say party at the Chelsea here any obio experience nanka ojani at any point in time now at the ball at to Tottenham now okay Kenya office Galatasaray Sport Kulubu center forward Victor James Osimhen the right person obetima ayesa jumanum at the Chelsea Liverpool and do and then pay now I'm fire up pa training grounds ahead of Brighton gamer and a slot and the Marantanum more into the video no two screens so and a slot at the Atuja instead of Ukraine Liverpool penning forum at their here a discipline our club room na discipline now what you and I'm reporter a good time our the backing of Liverpool penning for and then someone a through a to jam and what you so Enra on himself Aston Villa once again SRNA in the UEFA Europa League Yoli Tillemans and after Oche Unai Enra Sedan Sakiri Omina Ekasa after winner Omunya over FC Basel 2-1 victory and a Bamamo.
Happy and we knew before the match the difficulties we were facing today, and after how we did the last matches, of course a lot of wars, brilliant wars for us after our victory against Arsenal. It's not easy again to recover our speed.
Eddie Howe, manager Emma Newcastle United on a Sunderland over the weekend. I say a very difficult game, and I'm prepared for that game. Opposite I am more Emma Newcastle United.
My first communication to the players on the derby was tonight. You know, we can't take our focus away from our next game. So in the build up to this game, it's all about this game, and it has to be, and rightly so. But as soon as the game ends and we focus on the next one, the importance of this game was. I had to make that clear to all of the players, and there'll be some new players that maybe don't understand it as well as others. So we'll use whatever methods we can in the next few days to make.
Yanko Spain Kai Mustafa Benzema Edin Sempi and Tuja na Kai Mustafa Benzema I say Champi Alonso Ukraine I was solve the connection problems and what team num your player be what team numwa Median Abasha 5 goals obedience Abasha more goals Nina Bekambom ama team no team aji Nkua and to a connection between the players no or solve issues no Kai Mustafa Benzema say ano there Michael Olise or a good player no Okasa on choose in between on Ryan Chekia or choose Ryan Cheki a super player and then some Urano at the Tujam and na pay na Zinedine Zidane Mete says that to be out Sir Real Madrid upam woman manager Champi Alonso mo product ni say Zinedine Zidane ebam abaya juma ete ama team eda Militao na wapram Demeti HM say oda oni ko Nico Slotterbeck na so ya Nico Slotterbeck the next defender Madrid him say amatin bebam no abaya juma ama Madrid nya Madrid nko na epeno Liverpool ne Barca nyina epeno na Vinicius Junior got 12 games without scoring.
12 games without scoring. His longest drought since 2020-2021. And someone, if you are likely, according to reporter, may pick HM Kylian in Bob Lotton store or so far into manager and preparing home for Nongo Diego Forlan, president of the Uruguayan Football Association, or say Ronald Araujo situation. I was a Barca, a Kabum. Now I'm supporting a good player. Sometimes it happens in football. Gonzalo Garcia, Demetim, HM says Stuttgart, Nyabrepa, Sa Amonsam, Ebetima Kanape, Wabaya Jumam, Amatun Marcus Rashford, or say he feels at home. Now, Oko, ne charity visit, no, ahead of Christmas beer, Yana Oko charity visit, or some to us home, Ayana Jenny Beam, Inti Anope, Yerebetu Sunape, Yashe Uranum, the charity visitor, Okoye, and Enyema Oyeye enti ukukuku piema na chese enyema ikoye ema Marcus Rashford enom ena edaso anopea yede ama Jordi Cruyff oye former Barcelona sporting director osi in 2012 na e two players Rafinha and Anthony ena omo pre omo ho ne mo omo tusu so mbeko for Rafinha no kramfa ombetuma tonom ene agisika kese Robert Lewandowski osi secretary kro beteso na pe watena aya juma ama Barcelona Julian Alvarez was the dream and it's about winning World Cup game no winning Champions League with Atletico de Madrid. On this note, Jean Piero Gasperini or say Ivan Ferguson finally run or improve no mum so be call nkode in nsem yeren ko phone close nsem no esiha na today's sports abeto so Sometymer Otuo-Acheampong transe na ye twa ho basima na ye din come with Nature Medics Nature Medics Company Limited din come ye ba na boss player any team ngina etimi atwas. Mr. Felix, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Said be I fine
nyankopon adom be bia kama
ye betio na nsema wo ede emaya no pay
yo panyi kase medawasi ye pa edin kan mamenchia watiefo ene wahwefo won e Ghana ha se ni wiase afa na nyina Nature Medics enupa aye Prostaplax mixture Mensoplax mixture and a gasto mixture no eno eho enkomo na sima ye ba betwetwe no ententem so pa na Prostaplax mixture aye emema infections adru Prostaplax mixture aye emema prostate how adru sa infection bit say gonorrhea, chlamydia, trichomonas tete bema obawunu se bema no hono mo dwonsa na ya se eye ne ya odwonsa what pains e won ne bema mu o homa na ne bema mu femfem no ne bema mu keka na se infection pese tete bema kro no uhia Prostaplax mixture now they are clear sa infections ni na e de afri won ententem so pa wo ye bema ya na enso pika bi free wo bema mu ba e bia yellowish e greenish and e white obi nso won ma de free ne bema mu ba ne ye tan emu ye light ni na depend infection kwana tete won na be kire ensu na efri wo bema mu ba no senya ne texture na ne color e be si aye uhia Prostaplax mixture no one nom na etimia clear infection be say gonorrhea, chlamydia and trichomonas e de afri wo so ententem so na yen hye ne so say infection ba bema so obu on ma dwonso de no okokọ dwonso enche na dwonso sa de ne biem obekọ dwonso ketua bi na eba uhia Prostaplax mixture. PSA a prostate specific antigen eye ade bia eye wo prostate ne produce ne enhye ne so say prostate gland de emema mu nko na ewo na de PSA eye ne say bema ehun so eba abonte a eye take te say mpampa no now so esiwo between 20 to 30 minutes ana atin so ye fe na liquefaction ne edi sa adwuma no eye prostate specific antigen. So how about bema wo prostate ma kwan doctor for faso mu ni say ye hwehwe sa prostate specific antigen no dodo ewo wo mogya mu say above 4 nanograms per ml of blood and actually say o prostate na ayekese wo hawa den abamu so obu on ma ne de timi kokodu 20 30 40 ebi de kotra so kra uhia Prostaplax mixture. So wo so awo fie no so wo prostate ayekese obeden wo hunu say me prostate wo hawa bamu anaso wo hawa emamu so wo prostate yakese na wo pese ohuna okogina wo say wo dwon so abon say dwon so na emma nipa ni gina ho no why ready say Johnson influence na e man na say ne prostate no aye kese a AC Johnson kwan enu ntubo so bo no ma no wo chim den wo chim den say da be force Johnson amana ba abonten obi de beba obi nso de emma kra de ne de ama na say ne prostate aye kese a Johnson kwan kra uhia Prostaplax mixture. Prostaplax mixture eba be ye prostate no adwuma ebiebie kwan mu ato no mo ama PSA na kofom se de be ya wo Johnson ne betimi aflow kama ye pa e de ama wo obi wo hono ma Johnson ba kwa wo Johnson no obegina wa che bebre esan se Johnson na ho de de ba bonten no e wo fom Johnson bank kakra no Prostaplax mixture na nya prostate no adwuma ma obi nso won ma ne prostate no ba hawa obe Johnson be wie no nya atenka bi Stella Johnson ni bi akam ni nyina ama bonten de wo hia eye Prostaplax mixture fa number eye 0248 77 8899 0248 77 8899 na message so be shane nso ma me say Prostaplax mixture enye prostate cancer adro fatu chimu sa afama me eye prostate ayekese benign prostate hyperplasia ana prostate infection abamu adro enye prostate cancer woko hospital na doctor ka so wanya cancer ewo prostate mu a enye prostate cancer adro Mensoplax mixture eye emma infections adro Mensoplax mixture eye emma fichikromo hawo adro sa woba enya infection mit se gonorrhea chlamydia trichomonas odepoa candidiasis a ni obehunu ni ohonomo a na yase ehwe no wo bu ni so o mu ni so na yase ehwe no obi wo krompa wo dwonso na otese ba bia dwonso ni free ba no hohyehye no obabu a infection nti ohonomo wo tinase bebre obabu a infection nti na ensu ogu no ensu na egu no bu a ne de enka omobi wa ne de no enka enimo sa ye gonorrhea na babetena so ebia wo de unhunu se ensu bia egu de oba unhunu we nemom na yare no omu na edidi awode animu ebetimi ama awo ho aba ye den dia ba no Mensoplax mixture never clear infections we na efafiri won mo ententem say trichomonas infection aba betena wo ba wo die mu ahemfie ho no mo a ensu egu no e wo pampan bi say fish pampan na ensu egu won etimi ye yellowish na greenish uhia Mensoplax mixture say ye chlamydia ena ababetena wo ba so ena etete na ensu egu wono eba bebre mu ye light enu nti wa mbo panty liner ana sabi wanyu so pad na hu ina afọ uhia Mensoplax mixture ode poa candidiasis ensu ni de emu ye take white nemom eden kekaya pa na bre ema ubonso obanda bia no oti na sesabi uhia Mensoplax mixture no one nom edia clear infections we ina afri ho oba wo pese wo bunsa efili wo pesa wo menses na eflow kama edema wo a uhia Mensoplax mixture sa wo bu sana menses na emakra wadru eye Mensoplax mixture obu sa emaye no Mensoplax mixture no na menses na enflow kama emfa emawo oba waya family plan no wajai family plan wo hwe animu se menses no enke beba te se de na kan ne bana nanso wa hwe animu abe afe ba ko ni emada uhia Mensoplax mixture na wo de push menses no ama na sha se enflow kama yepa wo bu nsa ya wo mu so no wadru eye Mensoplax mixture mixture eye wa wo die mu adwuma no na esiesie wo ba wa hemfie honom ama honom aye kama me so fa number yi na free aya 0248 77 8899 0248 77 8899 gasto mixture aya wo yafunu ya de adroma pa typhoid fever also drew aya gasto mixture typhoid ama wuti pa ho ya hye oyafunu emu hwie honam twetwe honam ye obasabasa we bi kakra bi no abra unya gasto mixture Osanti eduane toyma na oyafuni oya ekomodo oyafuni oya woso tia na ete obo ano hyehyew emframa ginagina oyamu a ohia aduru ayefe ne se gasto mixture no anonom ade atu typhoid fever any ulcer ase meso wo bogatanga wo beko Enswell pharmacy so wo boko beko Rose Herbal wo Tamalia ko wo fa Kwadwo Herbal Charles Herbal ewo wa a fafo draw ewo techiman cap herba and a green light pharmacy ewo sunyane newborn pharmacy wo brekum man sky herba ewo doma smart herba obuase Paulina Esapon Konongo Antiako Bam ewo nkoko enyinam ye Chris Pharmacy Suhum Tony K Pharmacy Koforidia Delight Pharmacy and a Gapson Pharmacy Asaman Kesi Amen and Amen Kade Kwekua Mo Drugstore Asin for Sumama Dori for Praso Ato Drugstore Mankesim Jeff Heber Cape Coast Busi Pharmacy Seshi Aniaso Obeko Alberta or Say Poku Drugstore or Takradi Ako Crazy Answer Kaswa Tribe of Judah Aguna Swebro Petro Hills Pharmacy Wase Kopon and the Faith Pharmacy Bogos Unique Heber Takwa Owas Heber Okraish Repash and Halus Ashaiman Larry and Larry Pharmacy and a Wedama Pharmacy Tema Obekwan and Abuacho Ho Albert Sam Bibiani Yan Heber PFA Porsa Oso's Chemist Ewo Kumasi Hona Okwa Sabeka Prostaplax Mixture Mensoplax Mixture and a Gasto Mixture number no 0248 778899 Nyame do dom yania that's a ne yebesan so ahia macrowd
ya to so ne so edi amamo na edi nkomo ahodo na yetwa ya ho sima kakra bi eba ya yebeto so edi amamo wa bra badwafo nyina aye krado ewo eye fiduamu a Sometymer Otuo-Acheampong still ono so wa hanu ma wo be tena konya kese animu na waje eye show no na watu aso ede ama Pepsodent charcoal Pepsodent herbal toothpaste anopay eno any aposia make come for edmao na Pepsodent charcoal ni toothpaste no herbal toothpaste no Ghana Dental Association aja tum se eno ena eye oto Pepsodent charcoal ne Pepsodent herbal toothpaste na odi aso tim se Pepsodent charcoal no fluoride ewo mu natural charcoal mu lemon mint and as ewo di choose among sino fita afa so ebuama osino enya ahoodene na yin carbon bia enso ede free wanumu Pepsodent herbal toothpaste ne so and the unique blend of green tea and herbal extract and higher entina boa ebo sene ho ban na fentokrontokro bia ebede da yesinim no etwetwa ne kama said e beya emoamoa entumi enwa esinim ya gam ne so emano enya ahoodene free na ekode se wunya mfa Pepsodent charcoal and Pepsodent herbal toothpaste entwe ose no ena ewo so hyase e de etwe ose bo so ban ma sene nya fita man kai free wanum eba no enye nka eham no watumi eni obi ache asumsem Pepsodent charcoal and Pepsodent herbal toothpaste ni bito ewo eye supermarket bia oberem Pepsodent every smile matters Bosomtwe Rural Bank PLC womo ama wakwanya ese usikasem ebetumpo ede amount na akwanya no ene sebra na ebebie account ahodo ni bi ewo Bosomtwe Rural Bank omo aseye be savings account current account fixed deposit susu savings special account joint account and a kiddie account na obi account nyina na chese ye special susu loan no ye be ma obi after micro ni group loans OGB salary loan agricultural loan business and commercial loan nyina oba wa be account na we be ma obi na so akọ e de akodi ujuma e bia ujuma no abie o tretem e bia nkwada ni fees aba sika ni unche o ya aban ujuma eni bosome nso ho papa kakra o pe sika bi e de akoso asem bia no ani nyina oba ye be ma obosia na watia ni kakran bra your terms of payment na flexible emu go pa for ni chem e o kontena se ho e na Bosomtwe Rural Bank PLC head office e wo ye branch sa aka no ebi wa atonsu agogo jaache koko food trader ahinema kokobia dwena se ebu akwa atonsu bokura putoja magazine efia kobi na afi abinchi market free 0508 6427 05 Bosomtwe Rural Bank PLC expert in unit banking. Amen Scientific Hospital, the best alternative medical hospital ever Africa. Yana mi kacho se uwankasa na utie mi ana hwe mi anopena stroke ya de no aka wa to dem acha. For ni chemo Amen Scientific Hospital. Ebi a woni modia stroke e de na to dem. Na stroke no ya de fu se e de obi to dem a na sa atwe nipa ba mienu aka no ni nyina ne se wo de onyare o. Bato na wo betena ne ho ahwe no tie bia nipa mienu miensa obi akọ ba bia enyeyi
ba ko da ho ene wo de otene nche ono so ehwe no oba ye mema nipa kra sori anante na wo atene nche a ezese wo so ohwe yarefo no wo so anya fa ahodie awo ho nsem oba bema untumi ngo bra Amen Scientific Hospital yebe mo chronic diseases any infections ya de bi atan so acha wakwan enko no oba ebe ye ho adwuma e de ama kuma se atwema tachiman kwada so fon ase kwan so 18 other branches e wo Ghana enchi boga wa bibiani Accra Takra de Tamale atebubu nkoko sunyani ho se hwide bi so and afi ho ho for Amen Scientific Hospital e wo 0277 001234 0277 001234 na onimpanyimfo edi enkomo Kangen Energic drinking water ensuo enye dru nemum sa wonum ko ni paduani ma djuma edi woni paduani ma chense wanom doctor drompo ni nyane sa wonum Kangena eboa ema utumi daye eboa ema akoma ni timi pompi moja ye ewo ni paduani mu onom Kangen no na eboa ma skin no ayesa akwada foforo de me say opese ote acida ewo system ni mu so a anase wo yi acid ni nyina free mu a Kangen Energic drinking water eno ena ewo so onom ni nyane say neutralize acidity state of o body no onum Kangen no hyere nso esa wo bo liver o kidney ene wakoma eho ban ensuo ne ba akopɛ alkaline water ne ba akopɛ de ni pH no ewo so a ye recommend ma no Kangen Energic drinking water Brema UGC ubenya biato Tafuni Road Abaoru Junction ebi ho Lizzy Hotel Santasi Runabout Pakiki ewo Stadium Sumankwan Junction ewo Ashtown Kangen ewo 0241 449191 and 0507379474 Pomodin Eba Clinic Dr. Sam no or say and yade no all eye problems BTC glaucoma eye pressure cataract eye syphilis long and short sightedness fabra na so ye obeye ho adwuma ama wani no ate wani na hu ade kama wa bro how bia emba wani ne so apomodin say ono yade pi na aba na so ye osa uye ni yade ni free wa diabetes osa edema blood pressure also hernia ulcer gonorrhea candidiasis waist pains and afi goiter compo oye ho adwuma frɛ no e wo 0551 09 8961 0551 098961 and I saw do any bet chemo Kumasi so for like soldier for kwan so on the Assemblies of God asori no na edi enim hwe grow fine herbal tonic eye mojadru untumi ni dia no grow fine otisa onsa no 983 timpempi osi ananse achew da bi no grow fine onsa no 9 no moja no be sane ye wom ama onso why free untumi na anajo no grow fine osori anopa otise ni padua na emre no grow fine oba menstrual disorder, absence of menstruation, excessive bleeding, any painful menstruation. When you know, grow fine herbal tonic, esiano, at the amount vitamins, eumua, eboa, emani pediano, enya ahonia fe, ebuani pediano, na a increase your resistance against infections, eboa, emma, your system no, metre, a soja for any pediano, who yadin, said a bear, yadie biba, into me, enra any pediano. Penoi bito, our misty about colnake, smart about pedant, pure leaf. And I feel chemical shop nearby shop biakwa ubenya grow fine drone bi at opedo do a ko digital herbal clinic Kumasi I'm a come run about Ben Bank of Africa for grow fine penny for 0244 596532 0244 596532 grow fine makes you grow fine. Anglican University College of Technology still na your forms no e ho bebre be tobi nebra be sua de e wo ye ho Yeni University ye affiliated to KNUST and the University of Cape Coast. Your expert faculty, your industry connections, your more quality education, and our face with G-Tech, Ajiatum, as a bet to me, actually, this year for Ade, Amomuswini, Abepe, Anya Jumapa, Aye, BSc Physician Assistantship, BSc Nursing, BSc Information Technology, BSc Human Resource Management, and a BSc General Management. Ye Jiwasi for ye GGC advanced level, ye GHND4, ye G matured applicant, and a foreign student. Munamumra, Namusia de Anglican University College of Technology. Me watch your friend 0501 358568 and a 0505 091054. Now near Eddie and Como Edek SM Bites eno ena epeja emane meman o matinkem amomotimi adinhyiamu ententem so bemo ba mu ho ma December ewura mu ene say ene date no kra beat me ene 12 December pepepe na say twa 12 days enti say 12 days no unya no ho kan hia na say 21 day period no o ya mesimu be 3 they say 12 ni free wa na say akabe say be 19 days na afe no ebe we was 19 ni nyina otime sepe ho one ho kani peja tenkanim edek SM bitters na ebeboa eyi we spend free ho eyi low spend can free eyi premature ejaculation enso e free ho no ma eboa e ma mposo agudie no eye krabehwe na eye kama pa pe edek SM bitters bi to heba any chemical shop bia e wo man mu ha edu eba clinic na ede aba frɛ no 0243 989 368 and 0201 044 221 now so waje odie ABA Herbal Clinic so far rasta so far ho feno no ono so ema edro now de agu aduanem adi ensuo fa bi gum nanom drink fa bi gum nanom utwatia no pakra fa bi gum koko na wudi a fa dro ni bi gum na edro no ewura unipadua ni mu a enenam ntini ni mu na akọ ani no entini no eso na akọ ani ni so adwuma ebia na wo de no ani frampo na eba ye ho adwuma ama ani fro odie yo away ebia glaucoma bi ebia cataract bi ena eba be chiwe ni na epam no efri ho odie ne aba be dru na se opese oba eme ye ho adwuma ma wa bra ebia Herbal Clinic na oba obaye wani ni ho adwuma kama ede ama ebia Herbal Clinic osa prostate liver any kidney ade nyina ewo na so ye sexual weakness menstrual disorder ni nyina oye eho adwuma fani chirem kwada so dwuna se main market achiwa na afi so doma hinkro oben Ebenezer preschool ene apia kubi cold store enso eben pa fra ABA Herbal Clinic ewo 0541 565 199 and 0502 812 161 partners and pairs aka 8 days ochina na wotwe ena eba so ewo Mikado Plaza eno ewo adum na 500 Ghana cedis e de ma couples na 300 cedis e de ema singles oba make sure say obe dress kama pa na ye ba be revive marriages ye connect singles e wi a na ye di odo e de aguso na kasafo eba dwumadi na se ye Pastor Patricia Morgan Eshen and Bishop Dr. Stephen Tufomo eba abekasa bra fiduamua na bra beje o ticket anaso be 0506 044 834 and 0249 725 017 1027 today's boss toaso de amamo.
Okay, bibia okay.
Boss nyame adum bibia fine.
All right, enti solo ananye solo Solomon Carter eno e udi ba oba padi o de mana Carter kan okay sebe Solomon ofosu ari ana ochi de doctor ne Carter ne hey Zach be very fine
na me adom
yes Manchester United the car take $1 billion that's the plan. I can't believe the idea about the high. Almost high go. And 1 billion. I wouldn't do that.
Oh, yeah, the old day in a glitter for no.
Oh, when I can't get glitter for some to play. To players or Omne a year stadium come and then when you send a
car like I wanted that from the one glitters bought the clouds, somebody bossing and a talk club. So every year it has United have been paying by still now. And but for United ability to generate huge revenues, every banker, some I say. When you say without European football this season, United are reported 13 million operating profit for the first 3 months, like So, Oma and also 13 million pounds operating profit. Meanwhile, compare last year, this same period, Omeki announced a loss of 6.9 million as a loss. But this year, the same period, Oma announced 30 million profit. So they are instead of generating, they are generating even without European football.
At the end of the sad difference. Now, maybe they sign new contracts around the year. No, Nina woman, the women. I said, yes, I said, Omunia Bonnie, but last year, my Bonibia. No, and sad generation, I'm sure saying a match day. So I say, because Oman on for her ball last year and I never this year. And a Basana, they might have signed renewed contract. What details now? I mean, to ask myself, BBC this time, it be an end last year. If you say anyway,
it was the last year.
They can.
And I said, Jim.
Barcelona and the lead car.
Almost see a fence.
But Mammy Moa or Momo, a brown, or the can. Barcelona and the leading battle team, maybe our club the car, they say Kappa. Barcelona 1.35 billion euro, excluding Camp Nou loan. Camp Nou loan income, so much defense. Potential over 1.95 billion total debt. Tottenham Hotspur says I go the Inter stadium for no. And also essentially a new stadium. No, Manchester United are third. Historic leverage buyout said the old Canada. Everton reason stadium. Inter Milan ownership issues. Arsenal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A total debt reported in mid 2024. There be next by now. Atletico can be Liverpool. Sona Eba 5119. Real Madrid debt free reported as of mid 2024. Monica, PSG, Chelsea, Man City, and Leicester Stoke. And can't take some because of almost stadium. A business so. Or say the historic leverage buyout and all of that. Jack, young boy.
Someone there. When you know, the reason why companies would be very comfortable giving them those money, they know
very well structured
every year the kind of money they generate, and know that within this period they will be able to clear all those debts. So, say how did Arsenal build the Emirates Stadium? Maybe and they are free. As they know, I be any answer. But the reverse is the problem when you come to the side of the world. Okwa, what did they end up with project? Because in football, the biggest source of revenue, match day revenue. As you see, revenue be a team generated. So when you are not able to generate resources from match days, your team will be on the verge of collapsing. Because sponsors, share sponsors, and then case sponsors, yes, they will help. But more than good enough, sufficient enough to sustain the club like through the period. And when COVID came, the club still had their deals with Nike and Adidas and all those companies, but they were crying because SARS cannot enough. Those monies without match day revenues zero entino. Club bia afibia no be na annual report about financial report about monteno. You realize that sika omo generate from match days no more than money that they generate from financing. Sika omo generate from what's the name sponsorships. I think that clubs don't have to do enough and make sure say we improve. But one thing is very clear, say you do our system pounded. Maybe I could do a bad day, say something will change. Especially how Kuma in terms of support.
Ayana, Misusu say leadership. Obi bet my hands are crying. Mupa could bet my PM. On say na revolution or the and maybe most others will follow. On say who would have thought say Yebeka say Ghana when Kotoko started, say into enticement, Cassia, you be more salary. You know, others are copying it.
Yes.
On the Nipan changes because Nipan the Bonu and next can be catch and say Bosumeswa. I'll give you X 5,000, 3,000, 4,000. We need lump sum beer. And when you are drawing salaries of 5,000, the bank beats my boy atoka. That was the arrangement there.
Yeah.
Now we treat you. And then necessary. So we expect people to provide leadership. I did change this Bebama will be on what on, but say almost to us Adia. Dadana, we are bad, you're Baba Trainer.
Mr. I don't pay that. I'm sort of any fencing interview no ahead of Omo weekend game against Brighton. See, this is Ancelot quote when he was pressed on Salah issues, you know, the way forward and what will be done after. See, I'm quoting him as he said. I think the next time I speak, I will have a conversation with Mo this morning. The outcome of that conversation determines how things will look tomorrow. Slot said, as speculation swirls over Salah's necessary future. It when pressed, I think the next time I speak about Mo should be with him and not here. You can keep on trying, but there is not much more to say about it. And he said, only Mo celebrating Komano because the game is tomorrow. And he only celebrating Komano pay. And come on, determine what happens tomorrow as whether Salah will be in the match day squad and as only match day squad. I think when this issue came, a lot of people have their opinions and will be contributed to in terms of what he thinks. Ebia Kasloti and Salah Suya, Obia Canada. But I think one person that na Obed said it yesterday or so, or touching me by sit off after Liverpool played their Champions League game Omuni Inter Milan. I don't think command or catch and say at least in commodity he thinks the coach also show leadership. The fact that Oba you just like that, but you also show leadership. Say you are the father figure that we want to bring everybody on board. Then he also told Sidoff say first Salah must also accept also a mistake. He said it publicly. Salah must accept say why mistake. Then they continue from there. From there, you knew what have happened behind the scenes a lot. Because yesterday, for example, I saw a picture of Salah and Henderson. I'm saying Omako bad restaurant here. You know, we don't know what happened behind the scene, but you see, if you know how Gerrard is to the Liverpool team and Utiene comment now on to make it now, he didn't throw Salah out like Karagamono, you know, in a way he defended even Salah, just that also a man who said you are wrong to go public with some of the things that you said, you know. But he thinks that Liverpool should handle it better because Liverpool will need that Salah goals and then over the years why he has done for the club, you know. It's a normal thing of every footballer going through that period. They say, yeah, no, I want to have a goals this animal. So let's see how things will pan out with after on then Salah come with and down opinion. Near how things will go. So Arsenal and still I say Arteta continues to keep his cards close to his chest when offering an update on the fitness of Declan Rice, William Saliba, Julian Timber, Leandro Trossard ahead of the clash against Wolves in the Premier League. It's a I'm being ama Nkofanya the clear understanding of some players' status, whether they are back or they are not back. The okay say, let's see how Rice is today. Arteta said that is ended. Obviously he was ill, so normally in few days it gets resolved, but we have to wait and see how far he can push. And now, then on Saliba, we'll be back in time for the trip to Everton next Saturday. But one should I be more that Wolves, dear no.
That's one guy. I didn't know. What did you can hear me? Walk with me, minimum. One hour come out. What is it? We'll be back when?
Or some say for Everton a day.
Ah, then I didn't know Zanka.
Who say?
As Nabebo Wolves this weekend. After Wolves, he plays Everton. And also, Everton, oh, yes, sure, so be good.
No, I just Wolves. Because I say,
Mammy got the Wolves on ground.
We have to wait and see. Yesterday, we didn't train yesterday. He hasn't trained with us yet. We have an extra day. We train this afternoon. Let's see if he can be available for that. And to say, I'm not sure to be there because one training. And to say,
Mammy Musa said, oh, the head, you know.
Oh, say a chief for now.
Make a wow moon, no, the man's a genetic for name. What do you need this for?
Oh, say your mom news. Say,
I'm a home, the moon, I'm so. Oh, don't now can you? Okay.
On Timber, or say it depends on how he feels today. Until also, until virtually, it means that saying,
they are not their last Friday training. We will be planning the game is late, they train in the morning. Okay, now,
it is so far. I mean, say, all he said is that. Who said Timber the air ration for air Saliba Nate April. It's looks like said Timber and rice they would say when Kubina they can be available based on how they feel to be. Because the discussion around Arsenal engineer you already busy end of the season where games are played 2 days late December. So you need a last part. All these players are come. But the other one is Arsenal Mobile who said, or even no guard in party both defense.
Oh, there are a lot of them coming. My open news a man called almost everybody will be in by the close of December. Harvest will be some place in January near dinner. December. That is the story. It's because a gamer. Okay.
This weekend we will see clear. I honestly think that weekend games a bit tricky, but not for Obidisa Arsenal. Even though what's for no? What can I have given away? I'm not Aston Villa. I'm Aston Villa one break.
Okay.
Before Aston Villa had that solo individual pelango for Kamara or Chichinya Tiro Botos no show 1-0. But at the Emirates, you don't expect any trouble.
It's me, Basa.
Oh, the Emirates were dead. I feel it. What has staff done at the Emirates now? Minister say like a problem for us now over there. It's that is one area that
in town.
Oh, sir, city, for example.
It's a palace so injured. They also have a lot. Because Mateta is even not there.
So what is it? I'm
sorry, no, he was not even part of the team too. Maybe said or injured. You mean how long? Maybe
they rested him.
No, you're rested. There's an issue.
Okay.
How serious it is, I mean, but I heard the commentator,
but so far, this
and you know, our own team now, we have bench, there were a lot of young people.
So this is Crystal Palace making more injuries. You know, I'm say players are out completely. One boy, Cardins, muscle injury, Dokoro, knee injury, Poha, back injury, Nunes, or more right back.
No, surgery.
Yeah, knee injury. Red, knee injury, and Ismail Asa, ankle injury. And on cat, play some more.
It's a knock for an idea.
And you know, I'm sure because a teamer who said weekend open one fixture pa and need pa. For example, not for the neutrals, but those who are training for the trophy. I Arsenal mo money di league nechi pa. This fixture is one fixture Arsenal need ADH pa, because they think that potentially one of those teams now in the Premier League no otimi show be Crystal Palace. Unse league no you may be a strength and weakness. At any point in time, teamer and there's obo Arsenal, obo Man City, obo Liverpool, Man United. Only say they are able to capable of beating their teams, you know, on a very good day. Crystal Palace is one of them. If we Arsenal supporter, you hope say you win your match on Saturday, extend the points to 5 points, then wait and see what will happen on Sunday between Crystal Palace and Man City. It's something that any ADHA in terms of how the top half of the league, you know, will shape up. Whilst Aston Villa are having an away game against West Ham United. West Ham this season and 2
okay, so me to that on Mateta. Minim the India friend JP there, but say
Jean-Philippe Mateta.
Okay, that's good. But say JP and Nunes stayed at home. So we have some news on Daniel Nunes. He has to undergo surgery.
Okay.
Knee surgery, so we are missing for a few weeks. JP also needs to rest. He came back with a minor injury from the French national team, and we had to manage his knee the whole time. Now, there was a little bit of swelling, and he just didn't feel well. He stayed at home as well. Then today, they did so he didn't just rest. There was a bit of an issue, but I say go to join now no kakra. Omo amu person obobo no hope say.
Obobo. So, what are you following there before me this, you know, you are following the FIFA World Cup. I'm just say you buy the guy at the end come but we the standard one. Because the Europeans as I say people are complaining now about the ticket prices, you know. Say UTA Europeans almost say they are extortion. Because they don't see why football and how football is. For example, today one of some prices have could do $9,000. Some matches tickets I could do $9,000. Now we share even Ghana matches in par. It be 5,000. So the complaint now as I say Ebano and they say they think that FIFA must step in and at least solve this problem as I say in terms of how tickets no as I say air cost because football baby go diagro and ya dia e wo say wo de e kwata chiran krofo so premium ticket for matches, for example, at MetLife Stadium in New York are priced at $8,680 compared to roughly with roughly $1,600 for the equivalent category in Qatar. The difference, no? Premium ticket for MetLife Stadium for this tournament SLA for $8,680. Meanwhile, that same category of that, in Qatar was being sold at $1,600. So the only thing that if after 4 years we are saying there is increment from $1,600, we can go back 2,000 B. We the emphasis 3,000 enough, but a shooting from 1,600 to 8,680. It's a asset. They are taking the excitement away from the World Cup because it's an event that they think that we are saying and you're beyond the worst case America for. We follow my argument now.
Me follow, but I am sometimes say yes, this is World Cup. Yeah, baby, Dubai, baby, Qatar, baby, Ghana, baby, baby. But them say what FIFA also looks at is how much you need to pay to watch a sporting event or a football match in America. But since Ghana able to work up, yes, but you also factor in the cost of living of, because work up be anywhere outside the limit me I change Kruma for. Say at the end of the day, if you want to count in terms of numbers, and you also factor in the cost of living of that country. So what I say? And now no can no be catch him say. Ghana for there. Said on beton ticket near the man for say omo mfa ho kese.
So Ghana for there TV
but honestly, before you watch this work, also thought tickets. Tickets now they become our application process now. So what I say, and sana because for in America for so I better tickets no. On the year dates in a special, there are dates interview for those who are going to watch the World Cup. And to thought tickets maybe now the year application now. Or documents they be consider okay than the normal visitor to America. And you say you for nice statement. The European supporters way for no say or man we on big job almost they will not even come and watch. So let's see what FIFA does.
Ordinary watching game in America is very expensive.
And America that is what is
very expensive
feeding into it.
Based on Ushe na anu iche intermian money one ebo ball how their figures number charge no. But I say money club work up ko ono no. Initially that's how no price him. None more than but people did not patronize it. And I'm the tear so. But the argument people are making is a tournament no. Unkofone any celebrate say class ni be wa ba oni supporters odi bokomo. But we a World Cup. So, our mind be a ba ne kakra bi de odbede chiaba. Again these Europeans FIFA Club World Cup Chelsea money card o man passport be anko. But England e ba ho a e don be do me chiaba ho. France e kwa e don be do me chia ko no. Nti they think say Ghana e kwa e don be ko. So Captain Siasa be ko bi.
Ye de don be kwa ba. Ya de don be kwa ba. O ka say de don be ko obi ntiase. Ebi ana omu tie ya.
Nti de don be ko na sasa ba. So now averagely now if you want to apply send na we say you have to apply for it. Ghana unya tisiete unya $970 for the 3 matches.
But you don't need to buy the 3 matches.
But say you have to shoot.
No. I'm going to watch 1 match. It's allowed. Oh, me go Ghana and England. That's what I want to watch. You can't force me to watch Ghana Panama. And I'm going Ghana Panama for some reasons. So to 1 ticket crana. That's the application. You don't need the 3 tickets.
Oh, sir. I mean, okay.
There will be some. Na ball. Who my force me say me ball me into the mommy date. Me head Ghana first match any Panama. You are there chance me bet. My juma cry mommy kwai. Mommy had 3 matches. Me head back where mommy leave 2 days. Me ko head into the mommy bisa no. Me ko so abaso ampa. Oh no. Sir.
Certain class.
No, I'm saying that you don't need to buy 3 tickets. Oh, so I go when your match is in baby kura na distance no. Me ni me ko head back to Canada. Na ma copy because you me budget no cannot cater for that. So I want to watch Ghana versus Croatia. My 2 tickets. So me ko we am bam baby. Yes, there be a wa one man as ma me can want to so you remember me. Yo, who the wa unyu hu ni say. Broni ni be je di so ko e but there are people like that who go so Ghana and England. No, no, what's Cano? Wa uni scan have so 3. I don't want to have a question. So 1 game you can be a Canada and have so correct. Why your hotel reservation. Why you cannot do 2 matches with Zuzika now or they call holiday.
Oh, okay.
And 1 match is allowed.
Okay, what?
Omu is true no. Unya ticket back out to your application. So bad. Yeah, we are very fine.
Oh, Chedi.
They are very fine.
Chedi, according to the Babaso. Of course, I have
Hey, now my one be you. We are there has say wow yeah he be ano. Because they are not the man go for papa kuku ebesi ana say me kwaba so where the uncle wa dey obi obi ko bibia
naturally no ye woni pa bi wo ha omo dream ne say omba enjoy Ghana na ebi onya be 2 weeks bia no akochele wa brochi aba e o people like that omo free no kwala brem ni dream no
so betina Ghana
na Ghana na o pempem so na onya kakra wako
agodi
haba no akochele ano aba ye was uncle
wan kwa brochi onti ase. There are people like that. Even at over 67 years or so person okotra brochi. That okasa
dia boss.
Anem fe.
Ono dia boss. Baba radio dia boss so mo mpom ba bi ntina.
Say se say
court ni so mo mpom ba bi ntina we.
Mo mo ngai. Say ba on say na za ne man mo hwani we correct
anope ya
right pa.
Asa catch the third defendant say he should release the body but they also that come say or the body need na. Ti o the mama say
would my information with my kind of crack with it. Interest.
The Accra High Court has granted an injunction filed by the maternal family of the late musician Daddy Lumba, stopping the first respondent from organizing his barrier and preventing the third respondent from releasing his body from the mortuary until the substantive case
is heard. Okay. Young go into something. What about fear anything?
They say a year no, pom baby body no moment should be a shana. It was a penny baby ne green grass or the aqua success form nina to stage now or more mountain in ano. Stage in Shadani stage, Papa Bia fitted opinion with that Lumba.
Court
and the men court as a more can the account. When I'm the account, stage in
let's wait you wouldn't some come one who about you. And rather keep to the catcher say, me and my own for one to you are bad in that. Alex one one they can't.
Christmas open your papa
I don't do Gabiano. Court Robert Yomuko.
Jackson at all. Let's one goose above. And
they say, anybody, one day.
For Christmas goose.
That's a special discount. O support to Koto. Let's remember
special.
There can be court to
basa bia ntimasa mompem ba bi ntina case ni diwia
na omunya we so mbobọ ni mo se
to send wabobọ dia is here chubu ye be sese fru sisi ya be sese fru sisi ya dia koya
na mo tue scammer nanamo direct stadium bono no when I checked from the stadium
omaje
omo catch him say omaje VIP achi ho no on say baby aka na parking the one we special place for the VIP
there be nuane na omo no ani nyina na omo njai enne say afi no bi ko to meko aba omo fence si asemeko no onya nyusu omo njai billboard no so omo sisi ye no say date na so nti o chena na
ye to back be ko nkran da ko
so koba billboard nyina ye ko ye fu debire
Oze ebitumi kwa nesa o
debi baby awaduru bi ha gina na sanfa ko onyi kura yes hey we ya fakọ onyi ya menko ho o ko ho ye ni bra moto enti walk up ne de nyame ne eboafo ye bekọ aba ye ha ye ho bia se ye kotra ho na America for dem moto they say burger for no kra bebiri person mo ba fi enti no ye nse da nko kan mo ho bia Ghana edo moto fa kire obo fufu ni ade
so they kan de na se when abo iti bejo wo de kase me hope o ka pa
Ghana edo
Ghana yo de
Ghana pa because na nze ni utimi ko baby na okay US crowd is some kind English to bet me aseli true but me ko bi mas to bi abehia ni bi ente wo kasa wo bonse na bonso ayi mum to anya beta ma me obi man so anyway shia obi a baby girls no kwa shia no kra ntimi ne nkasa onto kasa les français ça non
okay baba ça c'est guy
moto na Madrid in common is interesting kakra ama Karim Benzema akwakoye interview na me to Benzema interview no eyimfoni ni nyina ato ho emi ehu the problems of Real Madrid. Now Benzema was asked the question that do you see an ego problem at Real Madrid? You were with Vinicius Junior. Has he transformed? No, we say Vini Yakobe more than 12 matches I won't say go.
It's more over 2 months.
Go say why anything. Now there are artists who feel say as I say I built a Madrid system to suit Kylian Mbappe. So when Mbappe is not scoring, nobody is scoring. The goal gap between Mbappe, the top scorer for Madrid, and Vinicius, the second top scorer for Madrid, with 20, almost 20 goals in all competition, goal margin, first and second. Emuwa, enya de papa. Now, Otie Benzema answer. This is how Benzema answered the question on ego. Or say, but you don't have this kind of players at Real Madrid anymore. You was talking about the high-profile players. You don't have more experienced players who can tell Jude Bellingham, Mbappe when they are wrong. Or say Madrid team ne da hono. They say penyini bien ho. As enkwalani din se munu am so to obehwe omani maka kire mo say munjan se munu na amudi no. He was making a point say they need somebody to tell Jude Bellingham that he is a playmaker. And as a playmaker, he should operate within the role of a playmaker. Somebody need to tell Vinicius Junior that he is a left winger. And as a left winger, or a role he need to play on the field, and the things he need to chase on the field. According to Karim Benzema, or say, Madrid here be a obekachre Mbappe say, oh yeah, striker. Inti striker juma ne necessary on the field. Nkomana no worship. And we too, I feel say though we talk about Toni Kroos, Luka Modric, we too omo a free Real Madrid. Okay. It looks like control and direction on the field, as in a coach on the field. No, Madrid currently is not having in because Dani Carvajal is not playing actively. Ono na nka abefa nso ye matured player kakra obetumi atian kwala na field no so. Rudiger mzo to bibia no etre so leadership skill. Into ono kwala na ye kro no be soja na kumu more. Ama asem na say.
On never started.
Ono kwa na be say asem. Into imagine time ana Benzema wo hono. On say the boys were in some form of order. And a coach no makwa akofana ba no so ye young coach. Into adene to abom and atija. Jude Bellingham believed that if he gets the numbers, he stands a chance of winning awards, individual awards. Mbappe so pay the same thing. Vinicius Junior pay the same thing. Rodrigo definitely be on the side of Vinicius Junior. So there are camps. And now you have a young coach on facing will be down in career. Go to at Leverkusen. So check it. Koya no first use Granit Xhaka. Nazaka nene a control no mabano and nobody was bigger in that team. And Kebeye headache for Xavi Alonso. The moment Obi said Jeremy Frimpong betis and the coach Alonso, with all the respect Kasiane Bemano, Florent Wait, body face. Now so he had command. But when Monoban Ebia the Champions League 2 no over 2 more. Obia the World Cup. Obia these are players who have won things. And also the Madrid Galactico system, no, it operates around brand. And the boys, they feel like they are a big product. Jude Bellingham product, no, English boy. I call Nam Dortmund. She say you debate a cause of pressure on the man Thomas Tuchel. Let him see in Adio Mwajibu. Paul Scholes can be, Carragher can be. Send you Tuchel Panam to a stubborner. And
Carragher Collegens no.
Oh, so
this is what we are doing among for the.
So some account. Into show Obi said Gary Southgate. I mean, Southgate was having issues. And even when on Philly Jude cry, need to play him. The whole of England, I said, Omotai, Abrante Fen Jude Bellingham. Now, what someone like Vinicius Junior will grow with the Madrid system, no about a big boy. Now, Vini is a big brand.
Yeah.
This is a player where the second was Ballon d'Or podium, so he will have to go back and be the best player. Into the system, be say as Ombo and the Obia, the boys respected Ancelotti so much. I say, Bruno, I'm the man Ancelotti niso. Into the man Ancelotti need to me any omo kasa. Even with that, it wasn't smooth for them. So the issue of ego, Madrid need to find a way of fixing it. Mr. The second thing with Madrid, your defense. No to me man defense no. On say Madrid anytime
has been with Real Madrid since 2018 no.
Yeah. Scolari time
spent
now.
7 years there.
Scolari time now wa do only say clubs they say so you need dia. Or say jersey number 7 no. Madrid jersey number 7 no na share no. It as on Shadan Tiasie say obi made the face of the team no may backup. With that JC and the number of years our time going to wabe didi nkofo na asian who sa fe na eduru so. So they need to fix that. The second thing is to na make your defense. All great teams have a consistent backline. Team as na eking. Na say resource ne start say ni trasia na changes abe chiro. Saliba ni Gabriel pra na enye se team anya de. Enye se Calafiori ntimimbo. Muzoto yes, in carpeting mimbo. But about sana, how do you protect your backline assassin? Profile now players need assassin. So all great teams. When your boy omo backline team is simple. The Barcelona team. Go to your boy Eric Abida, Niabo Piqué, Dani Alves, Niabo Puyol. Abida Freeman Jordi Alba Beshim. He was consistent with the left back position. Puyol Freeman and Mascherano Beshim together with Dani Alves. One of the year success story now. Manchester United, Gary Neville, Vidic, Ferdinand, Evra. Ball for almost 4 years. No one bomber Madrid. Sorry, Manchester United on consistent basis. Almost all the clubs. Check every big club. When your boy the partnership there is solid. Even Madrid you cry to can answer me. Check it time I no more Dani Carvajal, Marcelo, Pepe Ramos. Constant. Time change see ba Pepe Ramos to free no. Then Varane mu be shishemu. Nti afi na Varane Ramos. Omumi enu koye and either Militao and Rudiger mo abeshemu. The consistency must be there. But to us what check the last 2 seasons. Real Madrid. Omani one was superstars. But it is very difficult for you to get players. You can say yeah, the best in the world on Bebem. Militao has been having massive injury issues to consistency in Ejuma. Rudiger similar event. Alaba cried him to Tuyenka because Amman for cry if say Alaba a Madrid player. Ferland Mendy in the last 6 months and 4 different injuries at Madrid. On where Dani Carvajal almost the whole of last season. The start year on ACL, he was completely out. Into Madrid, we Thibaut Courtois every game be a Real Madrid were different back form the omobo. Liverpool nancing ya. Trend the free muka kreya. Coach in this side so he changes one the Robertson way. How Liverpool they are now struggling. Consistency. Fixing ego is one part of the problem. But I think Madrid must go to the transfer market because Alaba, Rudiger, Mutu, and so many team free ho echo. No munya a backliner. Ebia for the next 4 years. Changes happen why 1 or 2 position. Bene over Schwamen in Mark Asensu. The next moment, Federico Valverde in the right back. The next moment, Ferland Mendy in the left back. No understanding, no chemistry, no bonding. And the issues will keep on happening. Courtois struggled to keep a clean sheet. He's a top goalkeeper. But the number of shots I will face every game, no. Some will fall at the back of the net. So the Madrid problem, it needs a lot of fixing, Mr. Otuo.
But that's it. You know, na salazi akoji saying
say the ja okunko
last match no play I asked him
say omo na saying
no too
so coach say and that anope was so in be sha anope in the press conference that's why he said on inside be sha anope
sha no mo che abuja na sala free mu informant joma oma che mu yenta
da bi wa sha mi no pe
anno oma nzanche
and say na come me no
oma nze Frankfurt
da bi say you kind the last 4 games now sala and start no they won West Ham and Inter Milan Frankfurt they achieve early season
West Ham and Inter Milan 4 na wambo
yeah and one
no one na
4 what come 4 like one starting
I
say ba ko pe no oma draw ko man lose mbo
omo do mi nu
na se na ngati akeye pa
ana die
uje tu no abodo uje tu no
ana phone nya phone no obomiru ba mbo bi
ase one sat
ba obo bi ntino
is it there and them nchen ana wo ko
se se keep kana kra
Ghana dampan Jiro boss yan ko sin dance da mo yi no
boss
okay
ne aje ba
exact
okay liga
okay ese mobia ngo kan bibia
awu da bra se die
ke munya mu se die
ko da siasa na wo do broni
on the so one of no be nya mwa
after fools ala mza
ba o ti be bi awa de steady we wa the group
chiro se mini bi wo de ball to karo ba wo de ball to kabini pa abu se wa be ka wo se aduane pa de unya bia na je se what me di wo de aduane pa so a e ma okra e ba ho so eno ntra da bia no bo nka ye se uptown fools no bomodem boya bremu so da fu bi ensa ni nyina no ene se wudu aduane hye ne nsa se party wedding bibia baba bia no wonye emfama wo a abusua nokro mu se wo beka ni neat ntina number na de achi ade se nkofo bomba de course no ede ko ede eba meka wo say ye chicken noodles wo bomode rank water a abusua de tie no se 160 ene wo hundo ntino ye se de 55 Ghana tie ni ye nya no nkom assorted fried rice no danke 210 and no boru dem ho a 99.3 assorted jollof no 210 and then for 99 Ghana sanso na toasted chicken boy no danke 180 and 75 Ghana antiti so pa ni ya the cocktail a mocktail dia beka ho ye wi esu da bi konfo filifufu wose peche awona peche wunya de mo peche kakra wunya de posim kakra ni nyina no ebi ewo ho no wanya wache na fa de nwe eguso ne fish yi nkosua yi masa eno so taste ni great when you know you cook master restaurant filling station abepod ye JP filling station mo bonso no mu share off Einstein road one mo come from Yenisika from the Ben Patasi de Adema block house sanso and a petrol filling station on mo tana so monko apatapa junction mo amonso mo wo ene Kenya no Garden City University ho mo benya yen number ni 0596 922 066 0596 922 066 na fe enyama koye ed amount ya na me ka wo se bomode susu na woto a beti wo se to sansa de pade wotu hu susu na okobia wotu so woni adwo ho da bia no wo de be ya bakosam me bay mumra and they say on this day amachi de denya 50 years on yumbum no na me wase na de ho video na de akere wo no wan kobia ye ka be ka ne say ni nyina no ene say 28th of December sada no so asiye kwasi ada yesi Mekle hotel ho kwan no enye den osi santa so about to fetch wape obufu kra otimi nante ubesi adumu a obufu a otimi nante na afi okopiem e ho no mo wo kɔ ho de a nima ka wo say 6 PM ye begire mu saa nkwamrante ne benyo mu de na ye mesrofo no ye nso de ba sanse ye de ohene ba kisi kwabna na champion famille samini na brante na nkasa so mike mbese donkumunu nomyonum hono till say ma be frɛ wo ene masada no ekuwafo ne ani me ka ne sa ye so regular no ye nyu ofia bi sa no manum 300 Ghana mo pɛ standard no bebe mfimfiro kakra wo ya benfimfiri de na so wo kono no eno so ye 500 Ghana ni nyina mu no VIP momodi na je say special one eno ne ye 700 Ghana afi na aso watu susu na wakowura mu a wura wajuani na afei wonso wa ye den me ka ne sa e ma pressure ma so nya de bia na sese ye sala sa da bi entina Dr. Mahmoud ba omiade yi ba ye aboa pa tino fa fun sese e star 713 star WhatsApp 33 star Uyerepa number 50 hash star 713 star 33 star 50 hash uwie ya pɛ no na gye sɛ wato ticket no na nyama akɔyie mu a mo pɛ table boyi ne deɛ ɛyɛ 0550 799 375 0554 458 769 na no so anyama yɛ kama ɛde amaw meka wo sɛ ɛda no wobɛhyia Filo Tibo Industries ne Filo drink ne bi wɔ hɔ wohyia bi a abusua tie ne yie test ne yɛ good ne nyina ɛyɛ fomfie bi a wo mu meka ne sa abusua yɛ tie ne yie yɛde vitamins ɛde agum yɛwie yɛ pɛ yɛde calcium ɛde abɛwom ɛne yɛwie yɛ no yɛabɔ sɛ protein nso wonom a ɛmmerɛ nipadua no mu wei meka nyinaa no ɛyɛ fomfie bi a wo mu mmɔfra nom mpanimfoɔ nom mɛserewa nom nkɔkora ɛnom ne nom no nso nyɛ dene ebi a wɔnya oat bi na de ayɛ somuduro na wɔhwɛ kakra na de agum wɔnya comfort bi na de abɛgum wɔnya gary sokins bi anampo whisky mo a mopɛ sɛ weekend motratraseɛ no wonya Filo na wɔnya whisky no na wode agum na kyɛ sɛ ɛnyɛma ayɛ kama yɛwɔ wheat vanilla apple and strawberry number no ɛnie san so ɔsɛ ɔkɔtu bi ɛtɔn bɛnya berɛ mu 0599 990097 0207 939 968 no wɔnya Filo drink ne bi ɛtumi atɔ afei deɛ yɛbɛbɔyɛ da ne so ɛyɛ roasters roofing ɛna ayɛ adom wɔse sidi na peke ɛno nti fa akɔnya yi so wowɔ amanɔne wɔse fie no obi na ɛhwɛ soma woɔ wo sister bi wowɔ anka bi frɛ no sɛ bɔwura roast roofing nationwide natural number no san sɛ aluminium product no alo zinc na mepɛ bie no ɛhɔ ɛna ne papapaa no yɛse ɛwɔ ne nyina mu nso ɛyɛ 25% ɛna boɔ na nketɔn dada no wate deɛ firi soɔ ɛnɛ akɔnya ne nie 0501 453 869 and 0544 338 042 no nya roasters roofing am net babo dan so e de amount amanyama ay kama me kan sa ay police near draw sharp imbust me kan sa na besuin me ba be ka wo se adroni adro papa omo yare diabetes omo ye ulcer cancer hypertension UTI candidiasis ni nyina mo so stress loss of appetite wonu nda so a enkotwa bi eye police near draw sharp imbus eno abi na abenom ni nyina mo no obenom so dia ubowuram pharmaceutical shop anase herbal shop a ebi e ho a obetumi ato eye 0246 2084 96 0261 388 149 na nyama etumi aye kama ade amao me ka de sa na je se me ka wo se eye ka chako toothpaste Samara company na akofa ede aba na Samara company so abomadem akofa ba dia na busue watie ne yie se e ma pe empanifo pe enkra pe anopa ne anwumre ene tutwi yese se de be ya yese halitosis ha konkone na bi nko yishemu ntino utwina no panwumre wodidie na obeda no no za twitwi tide bia no ukasa egobi so a utumi se no atwena so apɛn abaya no no bo anum nkwan akyɛ wona di nkomo madu level bi ya ka ne se nka pege kakra bɛkɔ mabo anum nkwan yanso wo de no de still nyasa wanyintum na mom o kai wo se kɔpɛ ka chako tupe fatu se oba pɛ ɛbɛfa de ama wo kɔpɛ wo kɔgye visa wo kɔboro fiso ho a ɛno kwa de yentie de wo kantempa ni abɔmmɔ gala we ɛno ntikɔ na kɔpɛ bi na afei wɔkasa nkɔyie nyama nyina nkɔyie ɛmfama wo me ka ne sa na maka wo se 0246 864 798 and that's 0501 454 462 na nyama akoyie Franco Trading Enterprise asori bia wokobia no momodem na monyen eda sanso panyin no asori nyame adwuma no woyɛ papa nyen ne ɛna obo modem tete nyama no so wo so no de ɛyɛ 40% wati de free Nokia phone na nka abato nde bia no ɛna wokɔhɔ a wati free so Samsung iPhone Smart TV 3200 inch you have Franco so our chat freezers and refrigerator washing machine microwave blender CCTV camera function monitor video anytime anywhere me kanesa ɛna Bedroom. Challenge Bishop, Adum Old Melcon, Kofo Clinic, New Kajetia, 0245 316969, 0245 316969. Power. Me catch now, Sir O'Henry, Akozo Dwaya. Ade bia tete wo ama wo so tia na ete I am say mebekɔ bro nya kra mintimi ni bio obo abedi bi wokɔ hɔ nkɔ ade a obedi agbodu ma na krewa me ka ne sa wi a na maka wo say ulcer fibroid kidney stone ya de SK de aba liver care no eboa ye wie pa ye de jirika herbal mixture and capsules e de aba mama din kopa bi ba ma yisisi no mama wo wie pa ba dia him e won pem kuma se fe yi asebuzumtu road adoya junction mo so mo takrade no ye wa anaje estate ye ne hantama bank no e ne pen na fe akrade kwabenya ACP Road Power Bar Stop 0244 544 422 0200 3838 3-1 na kyerɛ sɛ ɛnyɛma ayɛ kama ɛde ama wo nti on that note de bɛsi na afei fast na gyɛ sɛ ɛnyɛma apati boss player bɛtoa so
and they court no mo de bɛsi ne ahweba
oh yes boss
de bɛsi ne I can't say on just you
oh that's
on two my boss is that man here
no
my boss is that man here
one ko na dim ko ho bebe wono
Zamia
sister one dim ko ho
hey sir
hey one ko na ka ba okay first am kwesa mi enchechiro bu nka asamu yes fie
hey ene first am me say
I say nke frɛ
me say ayi bi obi sa wo
enya sem de
be your reason anyway
ono that yes na that
eno na office
na
captain 11:20 is the time after yen semua ewo fia Enoch kra ni din ba kono kra de sen Shaggy ka do nim Shaggy
mi ni pa Shaggy na ayi oh asata so about ayi Lizis hotel ya
o ni Bukware all students ne bobo na striker na me hwe ni type of striking no man bo nine na emzo Bukware o mo lucky players kakra
no be na on your star strikers na enya necessary scoring but okreti space for others
na striker wa bo 29 matches e wo 2 goals
Fancy Bakari Sagna Ben na type of striker
that's only was Ben
another Olivier Giroud in France national
Giroud dey say goals
David 18 World Cup
no ma ayi na say
Mbappe no money ayi na
say okay Sagi dey oma assist there
the na ball
assist there but no amu na goal no na ne penalty ground no about foul
oh any so sharpen no sorry yeah he's a good guy
Don Sagi
ne hono mso bonya
kwa ne mayo
kwa mesa fa
Alex Warden Kraba na engrano said this misiane kokoso na ye wiansa na ye de aba na ose obeso start ya de bi the last day na at least there will be some short break Christmas no last day na bebe adwuma ansa na akosa break no me alert no na obeso be ye niam bi wa ha ansa na yakọ na aba enti obeso ba ha
alezo yo be ha dwunu
obeso no amu si fom
okay
e wa ha na wa be ye niam bi kakra na mi wo ni fie bi ko to se me be drew a na planning ni na yi anope no ama me date amemra
ndo na be kokoko so nka ho
me ko niam bi ho
o ma tire ma bi asi o
sa enti ase na do ma du ba bi o mu yi wa ka be di akira ko
o ti ase ma ti no ese me da form
eti no msi bezi ho no
ese ma ti bi asi o
Kate, you're going. And then you're on the 12.
Yes, on the 12.
And
yeah.
know it's getting closer.
Getting
closer. As I say, no. What's your lunch operation be? We are also doing your lunch operation be.
Yeah.
Because now, Tema full of money idea buza say I want to you. And I'm saying just Asia a mansion on a Tomu expect to be lunch bibi. No mdo mu hajim.
You are officer now.
WW we dey be kan here.
Okay.
Captain.
And no it's duly lunch.
Shaggy crash what text me say obeso no so your lunch bi ode no hujim.
Okay.
Ti emza am for better.
Venu you should and
I say you venu here ni wa what say.
Mr. the sports minister no finally a long awaited idea na Ghana as a actually kwan that we call sports fund no bill no finally to order to parliament anim na me bompa yes parliament bit me approve we na and also I open a new chapter for your sport development e wo man yimu the don't be adwene say sports in general has suffered for many years Ghana ha funding has been a problem e be say me kan dey go to be asma friends say minister kan but it's quite clear that over the years the house has had challenges to deal with many issues that affect funding in our sports generally. Funding is mostly secured to support just football. So to make people no mako baby me dey case no
was when approved, we will not have the challenges of founding our sports, and sports will grow to bring about development and support other progressive activities that we do in this country. It's all about money. It's all about how your sports, no, other aspects, no, ebe koso. Ghana no, kakana etimi ya kwa no, it's only on football. Football no, mostly no, it's on Black Stars or some of the few national teams. Edun pokura issues ewo ho. But Black Stars no, Adam so to ya na koye say aban no sika ni bibia no opushi de ko ho. But ebele yenya a future Black Stars unless yen coast teams today, yen first division, yen second division, yen third, fourth and premier divisions no, so to are taken care of. Now it will develop well. Now and no amayen the Black Stars product. So if you want to do all those things, now say any year, so to me can say any year because Ghana politics no, Ghana can some can the dead, but if the implementation becomes an issue. Say if you be any year, now you be stay true to the end say na. I want to believe you say.
Business and 70 business.
So to I'm say mama a bit of it. Ne say so to enema bi aye bia wo mam ti say the boy aye bo yet it is come if we like any na ko tutu foto bi mu e bi ti say omo say taxes are omo ye betting taxes are na say government aging na no the betting companies no government need tax omo so tax that goes to the government no a certain percentage must be channeled into this sports fund. Say football club ton player outside na say ska eba no the tigma nya bi na gaka nya bi anyone wonya bi no a certain percentage the channel edo to found you and you know enema bi aye bi activity no be bre be koso a sports fund dim fit say say tibi edo to found no no ombeye me kan ni but eno na ebe bobo no emma wa kira bi no say if you pursue develop your football na that's can the area sabakutum. So it's like say there is a big pool. As Gabeguma, Senay, Saban President League. No? So I say league, no, ebe develop clubs, no, ebe Jessica, ebe develop Wakwa, clubs of Africa, among others. So to a band person or support and from this fund, any bit in here. And the Kobasa is like say, a band in a way support to whilst a private individuals are also doing their way own. So I think Sakobasa need to make them because it will be a nice thing. Ghana will enjoy Ghana and a Benjamin because over the years to sports warrior and me in Siachi Babia say individual having a sort of sports obey football. Young person is about football because 100% more obey ya. So back number two or what cannot initially to say the excitement do room that okay cannot person the year a woman but after 1 year no I take a back seat. No for issues ediba. So these are some of the things that we don't bet member abe support. So by the response ma na enye say o kwa akora situation ma ko tu sika but there's something who come so to a be lucrative enough ama obi eska on nsem no will be happy to enjoy, to go into it. And then very few people, brave people, want to do sports, want to invest in football. But said that so Ghana is going to be a big benefactor. Parliament will I think say and who's a bibia about vice lumba say a release for 3 years. Actually, we not say me like it to me buza
mon check my say ani manima we bi de wo bim bi an say says obi atoni prayer ko ba bi ne yakoti bi akoto ba bi obi aye GF atibi ga ka atibi sports fans o atibi na we I say ye niema no ha dwene ka
yes the whole cannot and coming from there countries be well developed in almost sports omo ye niema bibia etimi hwe omo enema ye come so I would have agreed with you one touch by my and they exist to clubs even have so folk ye di Ghana ye di ho say eno kotoko the most 2 glamorous clubs in Ghana here they be proud of no look at what is happening over there Look at what's happening over there. Yeah. So it is that we live in a country. So say anya careful ni anya bibi anya as insurance and secure your football na. E be kakra no. So to you be lose all that money now. That money now go. Because like you were saying yesterday,
and as a top player na just cannot to na ejemi ho chimi na de bremia
ma tibi na to ho
eno na ho ti ato ho
ya tibi na to ho ebi ata tito on de obehia ebi achira bi de bro no bedo so tito
contribution is saying towards developing my player.
That is why
ma ko ton me player obeti bi ato
the government
say ke ma say kotoko boy striker okoyi omo dis kanaba no na the sports fund strategy
who's the government no or person oye adie bi ye ntino starting good intention what we be any 1 million Ghana cedis to start with onya man
and there's obi anko say gabi
obi sanity
onu an say
enti yen fa ba de kwa
ti onu an say o pese oye
and say
no here from taxes na antimamufu tua
and good
and no na yeah everybody pays tax obi a ni padodo obi also tua tax bi atua ta and I buy a digital and I buy a determined the person in the sky. So it is the decision of government.
Fantastic.
Say, maybe say me league, me Ghana league no mu peja. Enti ma kobo mu for onema nema. Na je wo se wabo amena me ye me business am music aba me zanti bi mro.
So from where you start here. And ka ba bet ma ka say oye adwuma wo so me for sika comment tax.
They be ask for tax there.
And aba bet.
They be ask for tax. They be ask for tax there. It is not. It is different from when I'm doing my personal business. Now say makotom pese kotoko. They have a reason why they are selling their striker.
That's it.
Obani as attitude. What you remember kotoko as an entity to tax that.
Of course.
What you say?
Of course.
Omutu tax and the GRA for normal file no more.
Yeah.
Also, I got ton players now. Met TB man and what you tax.
No, the government wants to do more than their tax. And I think that the clubs it will help them in the long run. It will help them. Almost the benefit, especially the bigger clubs. No, come to Africa, you know. I'm going to benefit more. No? Because there are any examples. Some to other countries where I buy it before Omoko Africa, Mucho Musica, at the moment, Omobama Base, and Masako.
Now, Omo, and Abana Gorgeous was
maybe they have a way. I want to hear Monday. Maybe they have their way. Anyway. Let's applaud it and wait. So a happy
you can applaud
how
it.
They implement it. I see good intentions in this minister and the government, you know, as far as the football you're concerned. I see that intentions and that let's manumra no be answer me. Not intimate. So it's something that must support 100%. And the clubs no must also support. Choboy now for the actually. Because some of them are air clubs yesterday. Now for and approval. And I want to believe that approval one touch. And you have to abandon for me.
Ebi actually is over tree. So the clubs now person omo esomna be
why they should
be my examples e kwan a elsewhere because already any man nko yi ewa
yes sir
yem hwe kwan nkofo fa so ye omo de
okay
any the ntia yem visa tete sem
okay
sport fan old
okay
old fashion old fashion
car na wa polishing here now the nam krum some uzon go for jina ayoyo pa me jago ise na me di ho na me jam na so so to won ni je ho so panika pa ni je ho exactly so me next point has to do with I think that this a disap production for no a disap production for no and you told me just humble appeal to them.
Na unia no maybe.
Ben so way e be league you do. The say we to prioritize on the top at least top 6 of your league, you know, on matches. These are matches. If
and also freaking
it's an appeal that I'm making to them.
Say omunya den.
Omo telecast no. Live telecast no. Omo prioritize on the top 6
I didn't try. What is the reason?
Because you do matches then exciting. For example, you are talking about
okay. What kind directive principle of state policy say over so say nka the whole can say kahaka wolves mo match the me and you
may come because of how omuye matches how omuye games now I talked a lot of
everybody should get a fair share see you na ebobo na me dey say me that 20 me say that say me ma ho dey ni fro see nya me match that you need top 6
especially to yen league now. The nature of your league, you know, how we want to project your league, you know. I think it will be better, say, on the mind that matches now, than say to I know you vision dreams game.
So what is wrong with it?
And can you bonnet say a system not grow like Premier League, like even SC South African league now, mean challenges, you know. But to for example. Heart of Lions, against the Diana. Because almost people that give no movie dreams any vision.
And then
one, it will not attract any viewership. Matches that you need more. Teams were more. Asante Kotoko, House of Folk, Diana, Mediama, Gold Stars, Heart of Lions. These are the 6 best teams. People, and there's all young gamer. Even the media want to sit down and watch. And ordinary Ghanaian want to sit down and watch. Because one to as more package on team no a year kakra as compared to teams that making. I'm not saying can you do this game. But one last start game for air course. Not because of say either say laziness or almost person that travel long and say for you do this games about Accra. Because to meanwhile it's already game with partners who you were. Which is the way I bet draw a lot of eyeballs, and for that, your league will get attracted. People will see it, and people will attract it. Game go on one effect. Not on one. And be able to sort of All Blacks. Any for instance, Accra Lions or something. So who compared to is it Accra Lions or team if you buy the 30 mile level wonders? Who compares such a game to obiti say
ebia unia no ba me honestly say I'm confused say
okay
what because still you have a league of how many clubs 18
clubs
what say ebinum games no you attractive
of course
enti omuni no maka no omuni no team no mu anya den
say you starting
omuni den what happens to them
ya shebi bi ase but and the omu ye so to it doesn't attract anybody. And I'm on for criticizing. And now, if you say in the second round, I'm on better. And I'm coming out with this suggestion. Say, and then, and to be my attractive. The me who say this 6 things that I mentioned is to almost offer a certain level of attractiveness. Be as if and can prioritize at least for this year. Is to bet me a yeah, okay. But see, such games that to at least a more certain level of attraction. If possible, my extending to 8. Every other summer test movie about the kick home because of say how much package you team no more.
Now, my bomb, you know, more to enable.
So to
all can say, go back to see, say 6 now bomb, you know, and no more bomb. And this woman, one mom didn't buy. For
example, the Kotoko Accra, Sometymer Otuo-Acheampong, the Kotoko factor is okay. House of Folk 2, and these teams are making any match as teams here involved. And yet they say, maybe make us say, very well against Kotoko. Say, Madame Kotoko, na say, Ediana has any America. I'm talking about any matches as teams here involved. See a baby, typical example. So baby, example, level wonders, any sort of All Blacks game. So say if teams are making be but against any team in the country, prioritize or no, you know, because level.
Unfortunately, they all can end you.
If I make us say, I am a humble appeal, and I'm here to the FA. Because the first one do them so it has attracted a lot of criticism. I'm for any new home. My league, you know. Some better marketing. We are not seeing that.
Why are not seeing that? Because media manager.
Okay, we are one out of the bunch.
Why a research be?
Not necessarily, but sometimes me research based on.
Why a research be?
Okay, based on a scientific one.
Now we
are based on comment people are saying
what I research. And
maybe
if comment, what is your population and sample size?
No. For now, but something that maybe come out.
If you check the fixtures, go check the fixtures now. 18 teams.
Yep.
So it will be very difficult. Say, what's it? You be match anyway because we are not being able. For instance, if you pick some small things here, okay. Assuming say, oh, they were picking 9, we're China.
Sir, 8-9, no, dear.
I like Jackie Matika tell me that's it. Point well made.
Thank you.
I disagree with
you. The 1992 Constitution, Article 37.5 talks about the state shall ensure that adequate facilities for sports are provided throughout Ghana and that sports are promoted as a means of fostering national integration, health, and self-discipline, as well as international friendship and understanding.
Okay, do we say, since he has been biased or in his analysis towards my team and asking that my matches are not shown, I'm also going to switch off. And I'll go and watch. I'll however be back for antenna. No, say I'll be here. Anyway, if
you read the 1992 Constitution now, you see, say government will provide sporting facilities. And the amount say you defend their group because those who know the Constitution, no. 37.
Is it under the chapter 6, the 8th principle of state policy? We are about to on the sharp line.
Yes, because
chapter 6 of our Constitution.
Those who wrote the Constitution, no. I don't want to say without a good where to play and those things, no. On my own course, I must say, I say, do this for your people, so they can have a place to play and all those things to enjoy life. Now I'm saying, Abai is as in a way neglecting the responsibility. I had the iron and shit. Our kind of constitution was onion from my and say Nipana, you go as na you want my own. And I've heard you see what they are trying to do, and they said upon cocoa, gold, and oil, Ninyama, Chroma Ghana, you walk Chroma saying, no, I say Ghana, a buying. Yet see me at the Nanka, the boy who buying. Am I who to now? Government tell us that 1992 Constitution, and Yamana, you can't say onion for man, and Ukrainian won't mean or need a capacity to do it. The only way he can do it and the same to say or the JFAD or create something called sports fund. Now or to take Nkofosika before he can be able to fully fund sports in the country. Now these are the areas they say they are going to take the money. They are going to take the money from. So our sports fund, where they are picking the money to go and put it in the sports fund. One, I must say parliamentary allocation. So one of the areas that they will take the money from. And so Munyes Kadiakoto, he say, finance minister Ebabe kind budget. Maybe he allocate some money into the sports funding. That is one. Sports lotteries. It's meaning people are now quite sports lotteries everybody because and Biana now there was a tax on betting. And the current government here say, we need a ban obey through and power away through. So this lotteries, it needs to be explained well for the understanding of Ghanaians. And never couldn't yapana because we say sports lotteries. A lotteries and so be say bet account bet is part of lotteries. Yeah, sports Ninya is part of it. Sponsorship. Almost a grant. Then they come back and say taxes from sports betting. There are sports lotteries, and then there's taxes from sports betting. These are two things. Meaning, when I'm so told about explaining here, they are my. And I'm say get process. And the league now already know. There is now no house a ball. Omunya almost 5 billion. And I am guy. And Omunya 1.9 billion. Already there is tax. I had to tell mama Omunya sika. Now this sports funding is and I said funding is yeah they be two billion at the account already one that is from the gate proceeds. Athlete transfer fees both locally and abroad. What's the way now? Yes, it's in Ghana. The
local transfer is not
yeah, some test. Now you moko Karela. I got to play Karela. But this can be the fund. So it's both locally and abroad. And I'm betting at the Cocotonum. Now people ask, what can the problem? There are other countries are a policy where every year they give class money. In return, what transfer player there's a percentage of the government. Yeah, this is the first time I buy Emma Club sticker since it started. So before you go and deduct someone's transfer money, once again, Parliament it should be Emra. Also, when Parliament I am at was every year we are giving the club this amount of money. And then he said, and yet will be annual policy. Now only one will be cancel. So you know it's a standard policy and him say this amount of money is going to the clubs. For that matter, if you transfer player, nobody can complain. But if there is a policy that is a Parliament Ajaytuma, I think it should not be accepted because you can't take my money whilst you are not giving me anything. Because please never also know. You see, it's part of your responsibility to give us as a state to give us a place to play football. So you have neglected your responsibility. And woman there, you have and then they don't have a playing ground because I buy most of the Sahab, but then they are going down. No matter what private, a year music, private, a year more, or more fast with every so. You understand? You have neglected your responsibility. It's only for better and better. So, and I'm say from scholarship deals. International federations of
local transfer number 20 from RTU to Baseke.
Percentage of revenues from competition and even sport vendor vendor for no scar.
Additional what I say apart from the usual tax that you pay.
Yes, when in addition to the already tax that you are paying.
Tiema says stadium no musuno. They say in every was at can be a commercial
sports fund. Sports fund. It I think that you see this album I know to made in parliament on by argument no.
No any musa parliament.
And I think say
teams the ball brace you.
I say you pay
run it near the court.
No, we have to look at some of SPMP. Now you know we didn't come on to
now you go vote to almost dogs for change.
No, you see I think say
oh yeah, vote.
Something that they have to look at it because
that remember now
me feel say the discussion no we should go beyond all the things we are looking at and then say some of the things that I was say omukoji musika no you don't task that I don't think that and say find a place for us to play football because already no because to be an ultimate tax me just get your ultimate tax these clubs here musu values in no you are taking
players no salary yet
you don't tax that
club no.
Yes. So you can't be taxing people. Once it is a normal and you say wabai because playing field there and it's to fund sports is something that is a my responsibility. Let them think to go say go to the other day. Yes, oil say the oil there day. Yes, cocoa say you see if you go to Morocco and those countries are more developed no. In Yamana Omo Gary Obio. At the end, I want to be used to develop our country. Meanwhile, we are not using ours to develop our country.
That's you are home. Wow. If I watch sports bet, Matthias here, papa. One Mama Matthias here. So when I had to say, okay, I said, Abanda Dano. We don't have Abanda Dano, the EB by, and now boys need trouble. Boys, no move. On say, I didn't be never know. Only my dear Brew, Sanaba Kubetumno. Name Fifra to Akumati, with the boy to boys, no many Akumati, baby. I guess into Mama Kumati, they're better the boys now come out Gruma. Baby girls didn't be near you. Omuni Momotin, so as a boys, Nineska, or Muneska, no Museni, Uncle Jomuska, Yako Timmy. Oh, I didn't know. As all buff count at the MB because I can't tell you to cause also, but if anybody were Jabber 200 cities, a good 20 Bakwa farmer, also 10%, go to 10%. There be an Yanisa. Oh, Tiboys in out is a Yabai Bitramanum Zenia Monquay. Into we no more careful Kakra, now Omontanas and your money. Now, we to young Pofwankra, on Zenan, modern morning said down so any sir. But and that year, who say Wakwako fa a year on the pitch covers a baby drew Ghana. Yeah, boy, you I feel no boy. Did no call in fact, oh, the oye and the dear also about first no who's asking to Wako Krufu Frosono. When you are entertained, but I feel as we see from I feel you see from Kakra. Once about 2 months ago, no more pitch covers be two be by a no more test. I say whether omit me you saw my year. Nam to Yan TSA feed as a baby drew a omode barber sate as say a year various pitches and so. Now the good news is that a means of raising income it always call for investment. It will be bien okrumha upesa okoye na unyeska umfeskansha form. Emfa debi ube brepa enti yembo a year abana baso. So I'm bomb modern dia captain. You be can't no. They be one bomb modern. The panel to papa so pass or yeah. Century intina. So ya no century intina as a BT immigration kakra. Senke Professor Chubesina. They be oba no abusi utabe kumase na yentimi amba wa ha. Enka kebeke nana. Nana de nana ne wo baba no. So don't see boy. And the anchor pitch over the pitch covers number. Now to Emma December Mafeska. Demika say Bibia Bay or Brabum, yes, so this cacofom. We say no shows were crapper. Tell say both shows now. Or one person bought 360. No say we call the music industry, the entertainment industry. There is an internal beef on. Men am about stadium, I'm about 360. The 360 years me send na stance mu nyina ayema ometwamu ehia as internally the artists want to do that. Recently on say accord the rapaholic no be okumase no when timi anye sa ade free say there was a direct instruction say you should go nowhere near the pitch it on no face VIP restaurant so where 90 degrees and to 90 no where on no kra no okay if you say akra no baby am type bonus. But I'm sure say if there is the advantage of set to stage or center, na be a tuma strategically we told the music industry for no or make me at gate ne so ama buhwana ni pana ba begum. So December so the only two so Ghana we have been noted for dirty December. Say eno dem to baby girls ne back down now broche for na back down so ma be Germany and the musicians want to tap into it. Inti ade na NS na ye no to ebe mo metimi aye. Don't forget say 31st night nusu bebre sorry for no otu eyom be so bowo stadium but sell ba ko gina park no so they asem foforo beba into with we no o metimi a lay down
say as usual on be can check clubs and say Accra Sports Stadium ntimi mo nyusu na say guys the clubs no cry taking notice cry start to go but be can almost every December bia na NS in the ba say ntimi clubs ni use Accra Sports Stadium because be at 25th show or 26 e course out to 31st night no e asof one pepper nti yembo ya wabaso we no metimi asa ho kwan a long term investment so mo hwe ni year so too eso mo betimi betimi abubu shows no ha enkofa obesabi
ma aban
obi be koni botom so too e be koni botom eno de
se bia na allowances na de
on say obi eno ho ye duham ade bi mpon say mpanifo no hu say corruption wo ho ntino omo create ba ye de polish corruption to say we ye duham ade a ye da papa osakwa era de opoto no
o de bi no mo ka ze pay abinya won
ni nyira corruption be era so to me friend ntoma because yes we adwuma ne se poto odi ko bomu ye den yes odi bomu ane so
o kanwe
so abokro no
de bo kanwe
yes poto usubedi
o kanwe say
yes odi abom no corruption no e dey say aduham ade
o fo
say odi bomu no wafa bi o do that dey say enti yembo ya wabaso no too I was very happy when I saw that asema ya kan ho asema na yembo mabaso no to moving forward yeah I'm happy for him pa I hode wa ya de o chia nko aso de am to e be pe nan su ya ka kire no
e na de o wa nana so ya bonabaso
kumase no
no so boju
ene nana mbo modern se washrooms ni be kama se ne papa mpanifo njo nso abonten
sisi baby a washroom na be dro no ze first na nye kura o
so ma ya de
gradually oh nana ye
because last time akotko boy ye wie ball pa na papa mpanifo VIP nanim ho no na otu omubugu osa de obubu so tu omubugu osa ha on say ense nkura nti to say na number start up a portable washroom bi e dey about the crate fee 50 pesos
na o ye ho ka
50 pesos no age kakra 50 pesos no age kakra me say nkofo be pe no dance tu obe ye be wie via center line na nkofo bum so egu yes eno nse da anye fine na moto oto sa daje o ye kwa anim
final man
okay ye kwa anim no weekend matches wo ho